The heartbeat of competition, the drama of the moment. This is NASCAR on McBlam Racing.
Deep in the heart of Texas, the future stars of NASCAR go deeper into the NASCAR XFINTY Series season with a final showdown in this West Coast sweep, taking place at the one and only Texas Motor Speedway. Good afternoon, race fans. I'm Mikey McBlam, your commentator and driver of the number 22 Money Lion Mustang for Roger Penske Racing, and we are getting set for just the third mile-and-a-half race on the schedule. Texas may be big and wide, but make no mistake, the fight to get to the bottom lane will be in full effect. It's a 700-horse town times 38. The problem is, victory lane ain't big enough for all of us.
Wild West.
McBlam Racing welcomes you to the NASCAR XFINTY Series running of the My Bariatric Solutions 300 here at the Texas Motor Speedway. If you enjoy this content, please be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss out on weekly NASCAR racing content during the real-life NASCAR season. This week's NASCAR Heat 4 pole award goes to the Harminator. Mike Harmon joins the pole winners of 2022, becoming the fifth different pole winner of this season. It'll definitely be interesting to see where this big guy finishes when the checkered flag flies. However, the main concern right now is the drop of the green flag as we are getting set for XFINTY Series racing here at the Texas Motor Speedway, one of the more difficult tracks to navigate in the NASCAR Heat 4 video game, and we've got our work cut out for us because we're starting all the way from the very back of the field, starting P38, but it's going to be Mike Harmon and Cole Custer who are going to lead the future stars of NASCAR to the line. Green flag is in the air. Let's bring the noise at Texas. First lap of the race is complete, led by none other than the 74, the Harminator, Mike Harmon, leading laps here at Texas as we are mired back in a lot of traffic here. Trying to be as careful as possible, now going three wide for P35, or P34 rather. Ooh, can we get to the inside of Zane Smith? We do get there. Mike Harmon's going to lead the second lap of the race. We got a big run now. Going to try to go through the field here. Ooh, caught the grass a little bit, Dale Jr. style. We managed to keep it going straight. And we just got nowhere to go. We've got Jeff Green here. Going to try to get to his inside. We're three wide now. Timmy Hill making moves on the outside. We're going to go to the inside of the 38 of Josh Balicki. Timmy leaving the bottom open just slightly. We do manage to get there. Inside of Timmy Hill. Now I'm going to look to the inside of Chad Fincham. Ooh, slight contact. I need you to go to the wall there, buddy. Now we've gotten around Vinnie Miller. Going to start working on John Jackson. That was Stephen Light up there running the wall at Texas. Cole Custer now takes over the race lead. Unfortunately, I was kind of hoping Mike Harmon would win a stage. That would have been fun, but Cole Custer, I believe last week's pole winner, is currently taking over the race lead. So we're going to try to, like I said, goal position usually is 25th. 15th. I'm looking at 25th right now. Goal position is usually 15th in the first stage. Let's see if we can actually get there. But like I said, Texas is one of the toughest racetracks, at least for me it is. here in the game. It's fast. It's pretty bad fast, but if you know your way around here, you're pretty much guaranteed a good finish. But we know how it is. Like, you leave the bottom open, the AI like to rip the bottom. Just kind of rip it around there like they have all the grip in the world. But we seem to be holding our own for right now. I think that's one of the benefits from starting in the back, is that we don't really have to deal with that issue a whole lot unless we go to short tracks. Gives Tommy Joe Martin a nice little shove down the front stretch into turn number 1. I mean, most importantly, obviously we got to beat Garrett Smithley here. That's the most important thing. I mean, 15th, yes, that's definitely our goal, but we can't just be getting up and beat by Garrett Smithley, who's in a different pace scheme, in the trophy tractor paint scheme this race, not running the Flex Seal mobile. And he is blocking hard. trying not to let us get around him, but I think we're going to get him right here off turn number 2. We might get BJ McLeod as well. Nah, not quite. All right, here we go to the inside. We're going to go 3 wide into turn number 3. What a move. Here comes Smithley, fighting back on the inside. I don't think he's got anything for us. Woo! Little squirrely off turn number 4 that time.
Nice try, Garrett.
2 to go in the stage. I don't think we're going to be able to get up to 15th, but if we manage to get a top 20, that'll be pretty solid. To be honest, I'd rather start at the top, but look at Justin Allgaier. Justin Allgaier out of nowhere takes over the race lead with 2 laps to go in stage number 1. Now white flag in the air for stage number 1. And we have a caution that ends the stage early. Okay. Interesting. I'm going to check to see if there is a replay for that.
We beat Garrett Smithley. That's the most important thing.
Alright, unfortunately no replay. Justin Allgaier wins this stage, followed by Cole Custer, Noah Gragson, Mike Harmon still holding it tough up there in the top 5. Followed by Greg Galding, who will round out the top 5. We have Chastain, Brandon Brown, Chase Briscoe, Brandon Jones, and Jeffrey Earnhardt. We'll round out the top 10 for the stage. We're going to go ahead and come down pit road, get us 4 tires and fuel. Starting on the outside lane. Like I said, I kind of prefer to start up here, at least for the first few laps, just because it gets so slick off turn number 4. But here we go. Green flag is in the air. Stage 2 is underway. Justin Allgaier, that number 7 for Junior Motorsports, going to lead them down into turn number 1. We're kind of holding our own here, trying to fight with Kaz Grala. Not a lot of places to go just yet. Ooh, can I clear Kaz Grala? Oh, not quite. Oh, but we're banging doors with Jeremy Clements off turn number 3. Still 3 wide. Gotta hold our line here. We are still 3 wide. Christopher Bell, we're banging doors. Oh, we get up into Jeremy Clements once again. Clements goes to the inside looking. We're still almost 3 wide there. Ooh, had to make a big move to the inside of Christopher Bell. He gets a little bit squirrely on the straightaway there. I was trying to give some room to Kaz Grala because I knew he was up there running the top lane. That was a hard all this for P20, my gosh. All that for a top 20 spot, but right now, up front is Noah Gragson, but I think he's about to be overtaken by the Harmonator, Mike Harmon, back out front here at Texas. We're going to the outside of Tyler Reddick, who I have been mistakenly calling last year's champion, which is my bad, totally my bad. Now, yes, he was the 2018 champion, but the 2019 championship, yeah, that was not, sorry, the 2021 championship in this game was not Tyler Reddick, and that was my fault. That was who I picked to win, but no, it was actually Chase Briscoe. Chase Briscoe is the last year's champion. So my bad there. Roast me in the comments below. I get it. I've been calling this the last year's season champion for a few races now, so I wanted to go ahead and correct that. Now we're trying to work on Justin Haley. 5 laps to go on the stage. Not a lot of time to get around here. Ooh, we are really chattering that right front. Clear. We clear Justin Haley. Now going to work on Ryan Sieg. If I could just get some laps, you know, some clear track ahead of me, I can almost go full throttle in turns number 3 and 4. I can almost kind of hold that wide open. And look at Jeffrey Earnhardt. There's Earnhardt out here leading laps. He takes over the race lead from Mike Harmon. And ladies and gentlemen, I believe for the second time this season, we got an Earnhardt out front. Leading laps. Oh, they're almost 4 wide up ahead of. Oh, so they're going to go 4 wide. Oh, he thought about it. They're still 3 wide. Yeah, they're having a whale of a battle up there, and it looks like Earnhardt can't quite pull away, but he's definitely doing what he can to maintain the race lead. We're kind of just mired back here in 15th, and not a lot we can do about it. See, we got to breathe the throttle just a little bit there, but we can almost go full throttle through there. We just got to be careful coming off the exit of turn number 4. That is going to be the Achilles heel. It's really easy to lose it, especially when the tires start to get worn. They get below 50%. It's tough to hang on to this race car. At these speeds, really tough. Scraped the wall a little bit there, but that's no problem whatsoever. These guys have finally got it sorted out. We're going to try to work our way around the 23 of John Hunter Nemechek. But not before the end of the stage occurs. I believe that's another caution that ended the stage there. Because I thought we had 2 laps to go. Maybe I was misreading that. But anyway, Jeffrey Earnhardt wins himself a stage. He's followed by Cole Custer, who comes in second. Once again, we have Ross Chastain. I messed up his name twice today. Justin Allgaier, Noah Gragson round out the top 5. Mike Harmon holding tight in the top 10, followed by Gray Gaulding. Chase Briscoe, last year's champion, correctly. Brandon Jones and Brandon Brown rounds out the top 10 for the stage. Brandon Brown trying to rally himself back up into the points lead. We're going to see what he can do in this third and final stage of the race. Here we go. Green flag is back in the air. Earnhardt is going to lead them down into turn 1, and we had a big old jump on the start there to the inside of the 23, banging doors into turn number 1. He's holding tight to our outside there. I think we're going to be able to clear him. Ooh, got a little bit squirrely off of 2 that time. That's going to allow him to fight back. Ooh, Michael Annett chops down, makes the move to the inside of Brandon Brown, moves him up the racetrack. Brandon Brown keeps his foot in it as they are 3 wide coming off turn number 4. Ooh, remember I told you about that loose condition. That loose condition is really, really painful off turn number 4. As we're fighting with Ray Black Jr., he shuts the door on us. He's going to try to fight back for the top 10. Chase Briscoe runs the outside lane. We're just trying to do what we can to just try to maintain our spot right now. And now it's the 4 of Ross Chastain. Ross Chastain leading laps here at Texas. But we are all under a blanket. The top 15, really. All under a blanket here, or the top 14 rather. All under a blanket here at Texas. So I'm fighting hard with Chase Briscoe. Not a whole lot I can do to really get around him. He's just so fast. Up there at the top lane, he's making it work. He must have some PJ1 compound up there to make that top lane work. But I'm also trying to not get too loose off turn 4, because if you get loose off turn 4, you can go for a ride, man. We got to just be as careful as possible. We're chattering these that right rear tire right now. There we go. Still side by side with Briscoe. Oh, Ross Chastain's under fire from Justin Allgaier. Allgaier are looking to the inside for the race lead. Chastain's trying to keep the door closed. And caution is out. Problems for Justin Haley, who was not far behind us. Looks like Justin Haley is going to be coming down pit road, fix whatever damage he has, possibly a blown tire, which is very possible. No replay to go back and look at, unfortunately, so we're just going to try to stay out, try to nurse this thing all the way through to the end. Maybe, or maybe we should come down and take some tires and fuel and see if we can make it. I think that's the call. I think that's the call. We got a few other takers with us. Josh Balicki and Justin Haley, obviously. But here we go. Hopefully this strategy works. Green flag is back in the air. Chastain leads him to the line. Caught a little bit of grass there. Don't want to pull an actual Dale Jr. and wreck the car going through the grass. Not a lot of places to go just yet. Just going to try to be patient. Work our way around Austin Hill. And we're pretty much going to be Superman coming up through the field here with these guys on older tires, especially these back markers on older tires. And I'm going to do what I can. Ooh, boy, come on. Hang on to it. 19 laps to go in the race. Inside of Chat Fincham, all the way already cracking the top 30. And how about Jeffrey Earnhardt? Earnhardt retakes over the race lead. We go 3 wide inside of Zane Smith. Vinnie Miller had a good run on the outside there. He also takes advantage of that situation. And, oh, slight contact with Vinnie Miller there, but he didn't go all the way up to the wall, so not really taking full blame for that. I need some room to get off turn number 4. I can't be exiting that low. I just can't do that. We're going to now go to the inside of Morgan Shepherd, the GOAT, as Jeffrey Earnhardt is doing what he can to hold off the pack. I mean, it's pretty much a pack race going on right behind him right now. He's been kind of running the middle lane from what it looks like. From what I can, at least from what I can see from here, it looks like he's been running the middle lane. Now he's looked like he's comfortably in P1 right now, so we're going to try to work our way around BJ McLeod. And of course, once again, Garrett Smithley, which is most important. Tyler Reddick's not having a good run at Texas here, which is unfortunate. I feel like Tyler Reddick's usually pretty good on the 1.5 miles, but maybe Texas just isn't one of his stronger racetracks. We also got Christopher Bell, who had a really good run the first couple of races, especially at Atlanta. Christopher Bell was who we challenged for the win at Atlanta, but he's been mired back here in the 20th place, you know, just kind of running mid-pack for the most part. Oh, I caught the wall there. I just got so loose coming off of 4, I couldn't catch it. Here comes Tyler Reddick fighting back on the outside. He's going to go around there, take that position back. Christopher Bell checked up to let us go, which I greatly appreciate. Now we're going to pull away. We were able to go full throttle through there. See what the damage is. 98% on aero. I think we can still make that work. And we're at a point now where we can really kind of run full throttle through turns 3 and 4. You see, we just absolutely gapped the guys behind us. Oh no, Ryan Sieg has problems. I'm going to go ahead and jump to his inside, try to get around him as quick as possible. Ryan Sieg. I'm not sure what the deal is with Ryan Sieg, but remember that same thing happened to I believe Tyler. Oh, actually, it hasn't happened yet. My bad. My bad. I cannot talk about that yet. It hasn't happened yet. Because the hot seat for this race, for a hot seat that's coming out tomorrow, You'll see. The same thing happens in that race, but can't talk about it yet. That was a spoiler. I almost spoiled who that was, and actually, you probably already know who it was at this point. But yeah, oh, that was a weird little glitch there. It was like his tires went down to, it was like his tires went in the track for a second there. That was really weird. We got Cesar Baccarella coming down pit road. So if we can make it, I think the goal is just to, boy, hang on to it, man. This thing is becoming a handful now. That back end wants to step out on us big time. So we should be inheriting the lead here. We're going to stay out for as long as possible. There's Noah Gragson coming down pit road. New leader, the 22 for right now. 11 laps to go in the stage. I think the call's going to be to just either take 2 tires or just take no tires and hope that we can make it work. I'm thinking 2 tires. I don't think these tires are going to last the next 10 laps or so. So I'm thinking that's just what we're going to do. Hopefully no one else has that same strategy, but you know there's going to be a few that do have it. Justin Haley currently running second after having issues earlier on in the race. We're going to try to put as many people a lap down as we can. I don't know if that's going to be possible. These guys are on fresher tires. Obviously running much faster lap times. Yeah, we're pretty skatey off turn number 4. These tires are not going to last. We got 9 laps to go. Tires are not going to last. I think we got to take 2. We've got to take 2 at this point. Yeah, as quick as they're wearing right now, I think that's the strategy. That's the call that we have to go. We have to go for. Let's see what we can do. We're going to go ahead and come down pit road. Next time by, Justin Haley's staying out just as long as we are. Which is kind of surprising, but we did pit around the same time, so. Justin Haley also hoping for a caution to come out right now. At least so I can take 4 tires and fuel. If I got 4 tires, I've got a better chance, but these old tires, man, there's no telling what's going to happen. But we're just going to go ahead, bring it down pit road, try not to wreck the car. All right. Nice entry into pit road. Okay. All right. Yes, I did practice that. Yes, I did practice that. Boy, do I want to repair this damage. That's the question. I'm thinking we deal with it. I'm thinking we deal with it. It's probably best to not lose a second. We'll just take right sides. Enough gas to make it. And we're gonna hope for the best here. Let's hope for a good strategy call here.
Get me out there.
If not, it'll give us some track position for at least a good finish. And we've come out P1. Okay, so good news there. Justin Haley looks to be coming out right behind us. We're gonna come off turn number 2. And these are the leaders. Justin Allgaier is the leader right now, and I just screwed over Jeffrey Earnhardt. I'm so sorry, buddy. I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna go ahead and move up the racetrack a little bit. I'm gonna let Jeffrey Earnhardt go. I'm so sorry about that, man. They were battling for the lead. I didn't even notice them coming up behind me. I didn't even notice. Yeah, I'm going to let Jeffrey Earnhardt go. I'm going to let these two fight it out. And how about this? We have an Earnhardt driver battling an Earnhardt car owner. Justin Allgaier is currently leading the race. Ooh, boy. Yeah, these old left sides are going to be a problem. Yeah, I don't think we could have had anything to hold them off anyway. We're going to do what we can, though. We're going to do what we can. It looks like we might be relegated to P3. I don't think these guys behind us are going to catch us. That's just unfortunate. I was hoping that, we would pull a strategy, but obviously The 18 and the 7, same strategy. That 18 is catching that 7 car. All I can do is just sit back here and watch as we got 4 laps to go in the race. Earnhardt is reeling in Justin Allgaier. We're just doing what we can to maintain P3 over Chase Briscoe and Cole Custer. We're going to round out the top 5. Yeah, I know, those left sides are wearing really bad. I hope we can hang on to this race car. Ooh, boy. She is getting happy off turn number 4. 3 laps to go in the race. Whoa, Jeffrey Earnhardt! Hard into the wall! Caution is out!
Oh, no!
Unfortunately, again, no replay that I can exactly show you what happened, but Jeffrey Earnhardt, heartbreak, man. He was reeling in that 7 car, and the tires just didn't last. The tires just didn't last. Earnhardt blows a tire, goes hard into the wall. That surrenders the lead to, well, obviously, you know, it's going to surrender the 2nd spot to ourselves. And it's going to be a green-white checker, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be a green-white checker. NASCAR overdrive in effect. What can we do starting on the outside lane here for possibly the final restart of the race? Green flag is back in the air. 2 to go. Justin Allgaier. Let's fight back on the inside. We clear him off turn number 2. Always trying to fight back. And we had a heck of a run. We clear him. And now we're out front here at Texas. Oh, big run into turns 3 and 4. Oh, but we got 13% on that left front. Ooh, man, this car is really loose. White flag in the air. One more time around. Can we hold off the hard-charging Justin Allgaier? Here comes Chase Briscoe. Sorry, Greg Gaulding. Greg Gaulding goes to the bottom of the racetrack. He wants the piece of this now. Cole Custer is now in the picture. Into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Cole Custer looking on the apron. But here they come, 2 by 2 behind us. We're loose off turn number 4. We're wrecked down across the stripe. Cole Custer wins as we spin in front of the field. What an unbelievable turn of events, man. I mean, I was doing everything I could to hang on to this race car, but the car just snapped loose there. And, oh, man, Justin Allgaier goes hard into the wall. We wreck across the finish line. Oh, Kaz Gralla gets involved. We had cars slipping and sliding across the grass. Just absolute insanity taking place here at in the last lap of the last corner of Texas. Yeah, the car just stepped out. And, man, oh boy, he went hot. Justin Allgaier just absolutely got mollywopped into the wall there. He came to a complete stop. I don't know where he finished, but man, that was a hard hit. Really hard hit. He just, I mean, he hit the corner. Right here where that corner is. So you know that was a hard hit for him. And it's just, it's unfortunate. Like, I lifted just to make sure I was going to make it, but unfortunately, not the case. Not the case. The car just, the tires just didn't hold. And we have possibly one of the wildest Xfinity finishes here at the Texas Motor Speedway. All right, so after a wild finish at Texas, Cole Custer comes away with the victory out of nowhere. Just out of nowhere. I don't know where Cole Custer was running all day, but man, I mean, I'm sure post commentary Mikey was telling you, but Cole Custer out of nowhere, and we have Greg Gaulding who finishes 2nd place. 3rd place is Noah Gragson by some stretch of the margin. We got 4th place out of that madness. Caution must have come out right before Cole Custer had crossed the line, because I was pretty sure Chase Briscoe had gotten on by me. But
that might not be true. Post commentary, Mikey might have told you something, might have showed you something different. So I just moving on. Top 5. Mike Harmon, the Harmonator, gets a top 10 after winning today's poll. How about Mike Harmon? Shout out to Mike Harmon in the comments, please. 7th is Ray Black Jr. 8th is Ross Chastain. Heartbreak, and probably the most dominant car all race long besides Jeffrey Earnhardt. Justin Allgaier finishes 9th after winning stage number 1. Rounding out the top 10 is the 19 of Brandon Jones, and here is the rest of the field where you can pick out your favorite driver. Brandon Brown, previous points leader up until last week, he finishes 13th. We got Garrett Smithley with a solid top 20. Tyler Reddick and Christopher Bell had some really tough, had a really tough time here at Texas. I'm not sure why they fell off so much. Extreme heartbreak for the 18 of Jeffrey Earnhardt, who definitely had the car to win this particular race, but the tires just didn't last as long. I know all about that, Jeffrey. I know all about that. Ryan C goes out of the race. He's 16 laps down, which we saw that happen. I was right behind him when it happened, but he did manage to make it to pit road, not cause a caution. And Timmy Hill was likely the cause of the of stage number 2 to end early, even though we never got a replay for that. A bad day for Elliott Sadler, a bad day for Josh Bilicki in the 38, the Daytona winner, season opener winner, but a solid run for the 89 of Morgan Shepherd, 23rd. Fastest lap of the race goes to Justin Allgaier with a 29.5, no surprise there. Most laps led goes to Jeffrey Earnhardt, which makes his wreck towards the end even more heartbreaking. Of course, we got on the move, that's no surprise there. And the heartbreak of the race goes to Ryan Sieg. I would beg to differ. I would say the tough break of the race definitely went to Jeffrey Earnhardt. After he had a car to win. He had a car to win, but the tires said otherwise. And here are the point standings after Texas. We are still in the points lead, but only 49 points ahead of the 00 of Cole Custer for Stewart Haas Racing. Chase Briscoe, after his finish today, moves into 3rd. Noah Gragson is in 4th. Rounding out the top 5, despite his finish today, he still managed to remain in the top 5 in points. 138 points back is Tyler Reddick, last year's defending champion. We got Ray Black Jr. in 6th. 7th is Justin Haley. Brandon Brown falls all the way back to 8th. It's a tough day for Brandon Brown. Hunter Nemechek in 9th. Rounding out the top 10 will be Annette the Threat. And I do want to actually figure out, Jeffrey Earnhardt is actually all the way down here in 18th. In 21st. My gosh, there was a good chance for him to win today. He only gained like 70 something points because of the poor finish, and it's like, even despite the stage win and despite leading the most laps, still, it just, like I said, the finishing position matters. The finishing position matters a great deal, but that hurts. That's gotta hurt. Mike Harmon, though, moved up quite a bit. He's moved up into 30th in points with his top 10 finish today. So how about you, Mike Harmon? Morgan Shepherd right behind him. You got the two goats going there battling for that top 30 spot. But we're still maintaining the lead so far. But these guys aren't letting us get away. They're not letting us get away whatsoever. So as you can hear, I am much less enthusiastic than post commentary Mikey, who I'm sure gave you an exciting, call there. Shout out to future post commentary Mikey, but like, I'm sure he gave you an exciting call, but I'm not at all excited about how that ended. It just for a few reasons. One, granted, I'm not feeling well, so I'm still a little under the weather. Not that you guys really, could really notice by this point, but I'm still very much under the weather, so I'm not all, super energetic or anything like that. But also, that's just a heartbreaking way to lose a race. I thought I had it. it was my race to lose. This is one of those, it was my race to lose. And I just, at the end of the day, I just beat myself. I was lifting. I was trying to, coast it through the corner as much as I can, like without letting them get too much of a run on me. But there's only so much you can do, and the car just snapped. It just snapped. It had been doing fine all race long with me, just kind of wheeling it, just getting it back there, cutting it back to the right a little bit, and just ever so slightly. You don't have to jerk it. You just ever so slightly let it cut back to the right, and it was catching itself. But this time it took a hard snap. It took a hard snap, and those tires just didn't last. They just didn't last, and it's just that's a tough way to lose. That's a tough way to lose, and not only that, took out one of the guys that would have won the race had I just looped it off the corner, which I should have just let it do it. I should have just let it happen, but I thought I could get it. I mean, I was drifting it across the line, for crying out loud. I was just absolutely wheel spinning it, going sideways across the line. Probably the most exciting finish I ever saw, and I should be more excited about it, but it's a tough pill to swallow, man. I don't take things like that very lightly. And it was a tough pill to swallow. I'm not all that happy about it. Mainly because should have won, and not only on top of that, it's I took out one of the guy that probably would have won if I didn't, and that was Justin Allgaier. He was the fastest car all race long, other than Jeffrey Earnhardt. And Jeffrey Earnhardt was his own problem or whatever. I felt bad kind of up until he blew his tire, because I kind of realized at the last second that Jeffrey was on the lead lap. I thought I pulled some strategy by taking 2 tires. Well, I wasn't the only one. I wasn't the only one. So those guys were also on 2 tires, and I just couldn't compete with them in terms of speed, because I knew my left sides were just so worn, and it's just tough. It's just tough, and like I said, I didn't know that he was even on the lead lap or anything like that. I just saw him coming up behind me. I was like, oh, well, he's obviously a lap down. Then Justin Allgaier goes by, and then I realized I'm in second place, and I'm like, oh my God. So yeah, I was not the only one that took a 2-tire pit stop strategy. And maybe they took no tires, which is very possible. But man, I thought I had it. I really, really thought I had it, man. I'm a little sweaty. I'm a little tired. I think it's time to just go ahead and call it here, because man, that's just a heartbreaking way to win. It's super exciting for you guys. I know it is. It's gotta be. And I know that, post commentary Mikey played that up. But I am just not feeling it. I am just not feeling it. Raw reaction, like I said, raw live reaction right here to that whole debacle or whatever. But anyway, guys, that is all I got for today. Thank you so much for tuning in to NASCAR XFINTY Series Racing here on McBlam Racing. If you enjoy these races, I do them every weekend following the NASCAR XFINTY Series IRL. So be sure to subscribe, click the notification bell so you don't miss an upload. Leave a like on the video, comment down below, #almost, and give a major shout out to Mike Harmon. Give a major shout out to Mike Harmon for that top 10 finish, for winning the pole here at Texas. Man. Yeah, that car was on to something, man. That car was on to something. Imagine if he'd have pulled off the win. But anyway, guys, that's all I got for today. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next week at Bristol.